Crabman from Crabman Gaming here, and today I am playing Cricket Captain 2025, my Australia save. My first video had Australia defeating South Africa in the World Test Championship final, 8 for 700, a monumental innings, and getting the job done. Just one down in the fourth innings of the match. We'll be moving on to face the West Indies in a 3-match series. Some achievements unlocked for winning that first game. I'm going to make it into highlight mode to make it more accessible for everyone. One change from the World Test Championship final. Josh Inglis comes in for Labuschagne. We got Brathwaite, Jangu, Imlach, De Silva, Hodge, Andrew Holder, Joseph Warwick and Seals, and Roach for the West Indies. Tails never fails. Australia looking to bat first on a pretty good deck. Khawaja smashing one through extra cover. Made 199 in the World Test Championship final before he was dismissed. He's been ripped through by Alzari Joseph. He's on his way early. 1 for 23 Australia. In comes Josh Inglis replacing Marnus Labuschagne. A searing in swinging Yorker for Inglis. He's gone early. Hasn't contributed much to the score. LBW, middle stump, no need to review that one. Looking to Semeni spot at number 3, just 7 for Inglis. In comes Smith, average of 56.62. Jamal Warrican to young Sammy Constance, gets an outside edge, goes to silly point, and he's out. 3 for 45. Australia, Steve Smith commanding, plays it through the onside. If you haven't flicked a like down the bottom, please do. Subscribe, comment, I'll comment back. Plenty of comments on my first video. As Smith's in control to Warwick and he's been dropped at silly point. You don't want to drop Steve Smith. 3 for 72 Australia. That was a prime opportunity for the West Indies. Going to make this into a series, perhaps one test match per video. It's lunch on the first day, 3 for 102. Head and Smith in control, had 188 in the World Test Championship final. In my game, sadly not in real life. Hang on, Smith's out, but it was a no ball. That's 2 chances for Steve Smith. You don't want to give him 2 lives. The West Indies really letting themselves down. On drive for Smith, and that brings up his 50. 2 chances. 3 for 144, the West Indies. Travis Head very dominant, whips that through the onside for 4. They're up against it, the West Indies, ranked 8th in the world against the World Test Championship final, and a 50 for Head. He's in control, smashes that one, over point. Reverse sweep by Travis Head. He's bringing out all the shots as Australia passed 200. Ominous for Australia here, 3 for 200. 99 for Travis Head. Could this be his century? Pushes it into the onside. They run through quickly, and another 100 for Travis Head. Absolutely magnificent batting. T on day 1. It's a Steve Smith 81 not out. Travis Head 111 not out of just 135 balls. Smashes that Steve Smith over cover for 6. Australia dominating. Hang on, Seals has knocked out Heads off stump. Heads on his way. West Indies desperately needed that wicket. 131 of 159 balls. 82.4 strike rate for Travis Head. Green comes in. Has he edged that behind? He has. The umpire says on your way. Back-to-back wickets for the West Indies. Just 3 for Green. In comes the keeper, Alex Carey. Smith's now gone. Started a collapse for Australia. Smith's edged off 97, just missing his century. Unbelievable. Stark comes and goes. First ball, golden duck for Stark. Seals is on a hat-trick. It's all happening. Australia losing wickets in bundles. They were looking to score well in excess of 400. Nathan Lyons smashed a 6 over long on. Edge behind us, Pat Cummins. 9 down Australia for 309. They were coasting. Wickets have fallen in a flurry. Lyon throwing the bat around. Still looking for that first test 50. Smashes to the deep. He could be in trouble. Nathan Lyon is out. A very, very well-made score of 40 runs for Nathan Lyon. Valuable contribution down the bottom. Let's look at the Australian batting. Really, there's not much to it. Nathan Lyon, yes, still looking for that first 50. 173 innings, no 50s. But really, it was just Smith and Head, 131 and 97. 40 from Lyon. Jaden Seals, 6 for 98. Australia 335. They'd be a little bit disappointed with that. Perhaps thinking they should have put a bigger score on the board in that first innings. While the pitch is still looking pretty good, what can the West Indies reply with? Carlos Brathwaite, very experienced, nearly 100 tests. He's been wrapped in front of middle stump. That's out. Plum, says the umpire. On your way. Hitting the middle of middle stump. A third of the way up. Is one of their more experienced batters that have to look at some of the newcomers to the side. We've got Jangu. Oh, he's been ripped through as well. He's gone 2 for 20 West Indies. In trouble early. Stark to Josh De Silva, the wicket keeper. Whips that through to the onside. Not playing in the real life series, which is a little bit surprising to me. Imach has been caught at second slip. Nice diving catch. It's all action here. It's moving fast. The tension, the drama, the buzz, the atmosphere. Hodges hooked Paddy, the captain, Cummins for 6. 3 for 63, the West Indies. On this occasion, Josh Silva holds out to long off. Looks like Nathan Lyon out there. You know, because he's the only bald one on the team, so you can kind of pick when it's Nathan Lyon. 20 for Josh De Silva. Looks like that may be pitched just outside leg. Kaveem Hodge gets to lunch on day 2. West Indies 4 for 98. Looking to consolidate. Little partnership starting. Hazelwood has got one into Andrews. Skied it in the air. Lots of running back. Caught on the boundary. What a catch. Not even facing the right way. That's still in the game. Travis Head dips the finger in the honey pot and takes a beautiful catch. Mitchie Stark wicketless so far. Edge 2 seconds. Slip. Jason Holder on his way. Currently playing in Major League Cricket at the moment. Not currently playing for the West Indies. Hodge finally holes out. Good score on the board. Kaveem Hodge. What did he contribute? 41. Was looking for a little bit more. Nathan Lyon hasn't taken many wickets in the last 2 tests, but he's accounted for Alzari Joseph for 10. And the West Indies still trailing by 146. Inside edge by Jaden Seals. Off his 6-wicket haul. Throwing the bat around. He's chipped it back to Mitchell Stark. That's the 9th wicket for Australia. And that wraps up the innings. Cummins to Jamal Warrican. Contributed with a handy 40, just like Nathan Lyon. But they do trail the West Indies by 127 runs, so they're going to have to bowl well to keep themselves in. No 50s, which is a little disappointing, and lots of starts, but nobody could go on with a bigger score. Second innings, Seals to Khawaja, plays it through the covers. He'll be looking to add to his heroics in the World Test Championship final, but he's been bowled. He is on his way for just 16. That's one of the early wickets the West Indies are looking for. What can Josh Inglis do? Inside edge by Constas. Nearing the 50. 50 up for Australia. That's the end of day 2. Australia in a pretty commanding position. 180 runs ahead with 9 first innings wickets remaining. The pitch is still looking pretty good, not doing too much for a third day pitch. Still looks fairly good for batting. Inglis, a nice shot through the onside. Hang on, he's being trapped plumb in front. On your way, Inglis. That's not the start he wanted in this test. 2 low scores. Marnus Labuschagne looking over his shoulder. Looking for his spot back. 29 for Inglis. That's okay. But not knocking the door down. Reverse sweep by Steve Smith. He's getting on with it early. Round the wicket from Seals. It seemed to help him, but young 19-year-old Sammy Constas has powered him over mid-off for a huge 6. Australia just looking to power ahead. Jamal Warrican to Constas. He cuts away. He's looking in fine form. Pushes it through the offside, and that brings up his 50. Well batted Sam Constas is looking to go on and get a big score. Oh, he's edged it behind, just past his 50. He's on his way. No slips, but he's edged it to Imach, the keeper. And there's lunch on day 3. 3 for 168. Australia leading by 295. Steve Smith still in. He makes his 50 after being out for 97 in the first innings. These two bat very well together to Steve Smith and Travis Head. Head looks to be very aggressive. Steve Smith just anchors in the whole time. That's the aggression of Travis Head. A massive 6 over extra cover. Can hit you all around the ground. Or just beats the outside edge of Steve Smith. They're going up hard, the West Indies. Was there a little feather? No, there wasn't. Head plays it to the leg side. Brings up his 50. Well batted. Travis Head. The runs continue to flow. This pair are putting on an absolute clinic. No slips. Even just one slip might have helped the West Indies. But they've got the field spread and they're looking in all sorts of trouble as Australia look to pass a lead of 400. Smith's going on the attack. A massive smash down the ground. Head pumping it through. That's 14 runs off that over. The runs are flowing now for Australia. There's an edge from Steve Smith. He's out again. This time for 144. Magnificent century. Huge amount of runs on the board. Travis Head looking to continue the good work. They'll be looking to send the West Indies in soon, I'm sure. He's been putting them to the absolute sword. He loves batting against the West Indies. Averages over 90 against them. 100 for Travis Head. And the declaration cannot be far away as Cam Green comes in for some junk time. Bit of party time. Australia leading by 501. That's the declaration. Paddy Cummins is waving them in. 2 days to go. 2 days and an hour. Plenty of time to bowl the West Indies out. 335 and 4 for 374. West Indies will be disappointed with that second innings effort. Brathwaite again goes cheaply. Snicks behind. Stark just gets a wicket in that first over so many times. Whipping through the onside. Imlach, that's the end of day 3. Looks to be their hope. Imlach and Jangu need to add some respectability to the score. 500, a near impossible task. Nathan Lyon gets Jangu caught and bowled. But what you want to do in these situations, WinViz 100% Australia, is put in a good performance yourself. Can you make some runs? Can you put a big score on the board? Can you frustrate the Australians? There's a 50 for Imlach. Batted well so far. 50 out of 78 runs. But you want to frustrate the bowlers and make them bowl extra overs. Tire them out for the second and third test. As Silver's trapped in front of middle stump. And he's on his way. For just 7 runs. Hazelwood driven down the ground. Imlach is looking very good here. Inside edge by Kaveem Hodge, who made some runs in the first innings. Carey's missed that. That's gone for 4 buys. In comes Lyon. He's looking for a few more wickets. Bowls an absolute rank full bunger. Gets smashed away. Alright, Captain Pat, what can he do? He's got 1 wicket so far. It's tea on day 4. West Indies still needing 335. Or I think that was lunch on day 4. Still 5 sessions remaining, so not going to be a draw. West Indies still need 300 runs. Great reverse sweep from Imlach. He's the glue holding this side together. Steve Smith's come on for a little bowl. He says, yes, please, helps himself. There's a reason Steve Smith doesn't bowl very much anymore. 1 over for 8 runs. Line to Imlach, puts it through, and there's a century for the young man. Well batted in the second innings for the West Indies. They're 3 for 189. Raised the bat off 248 deliveries. It's been a massive innings. The new ball available. Maybe that'll help Australia out. Just 3 wickets in the first 80 overs. Probably shouldn't bowl Steve Smith with the new ball. That'd be a mistake. Probably want Hazelwood and Stark and perhaps Cummings. Just missed the outside edge. Hazelwood, has he found the edge that time? Yes, the finger goes up. Imlach is finally on his way. What a great innings. 107 off 264 balls. 5.5 hours at the crease. And Andrew doesn't last long. He's on his way. First ball after waiting so long for a bat. He snicks off to the new ball for a golden duck. Andrew's on his way. Green gets smashed. Hasn't really been taking any wickets, Cam Green. Oh, there's a wicket. Spoke too soon. Said he hadn't been in the wickets. Very few wickets. It's hard when you're bowling with the big 4. You're just there to provide a bit of assistance. Carey's missed a few. It's been a lot of buys in this game. End of day 4. 6 for 249 West Indies. An unlikely 253 still to win. Hazelwood snicks off Hodge. And Australia, well made 77 by Hodge. But Australia just 3 wickets away. Looking to wrap this up quickly. Hazelwood gets Joseph. Is that an edge from Seals? Not quite. In again. Edge to second slip. Just 1 more wicket for Australia. Is it the captain, Pat Cummins? Kemar Roach. Caught behind Carey. Australia win the first test against the West Indies. And the series is 1-0 to start with. Imlach, 107. Hodge, 77. For the bowling, spread around. 4 for Hazelwood, 3 for Cummins. And Australia go 1-0 up, 335 and 4 for 374 Australia. West Indies 208 and 275. It's been Crabman from Crabman Gaming. Have a wonderful day and I'll see you next time.